Everybody is pitching in, and there's so many everyday heroes out of Houston as well. So many braving the floodwaters. They've got boats, they've got big rigs. Everyone is coming out. They're taking care of themselves, hand to hand as well. You see that human chain. I want to go back to Rob Marciano for more on that. Hey, Rob.
Hey, George, and they're still doing it this morning. The weather finally calm enough. We can actually fly our drone. It gives you a great aerial view of the expanse of the flooding here. Considering the scope of what happened here, it's a really remarkable job that the federal, local, and state first responders did. They're professionals with high-tech gear doing heroic work. But as is so often the times, the unsung heroes are the volunteers, the everyday man that came from all over to help.
All these boats you see here are just family boats, regular civilians that came down with their trucks.
They are everyday heroes, traveling from near and far to help the victims of Hurricane Harvey. People like Nick Sheridan, who sprang into action immediately after seeing the devastating toll caused by the storm.
I'd say 5, maybe 6 feet deep.
Driving nearly 200 miles with his big rig to help rescue those stranded in the floodwaters.
They'll just keep bringing boatloads of people out to the truck, we'll load them up, and we'll get them out of the area.
Nick, with the help of 2 other truck drivers, rescuing more than 1,000 people and counting. Local members of the community, like Realtor Stephanie Fry, stepping up to help too.
People walking down the streets with backpacks, trash bags of clothes, and babies on their backs. It's really hard for everybody right now.
Fry offering up her own apartment to families who needed a place to stay.
Call me, text me if you'll need anything.
I will.
I really mean that. I'm right down the streets. I'm right here for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Then there's Team RUBICON, a nonprofit composed of a group of military veterans. What are the risks involved here?
Lack of information I'm worried about, and lack of communication I'm worried about, because it's getting ready to rise, and these people don't want to leave their homes.
I was there when they came across a family of 7 who needed help, one by one, brought to safety by the team.
The emotion there is just palpable. I'm glad Team Rubicon's here to help them out.
There's the water tower here in Richmond. The sun coming up, the Brazos River behind it, swollen and rising. Expected to come to record levels this weekend, likely flooding part of this historic town and a lot of other towns here in Fort Bend County, one of the largest counties in the country, the majority of which is now under mandatory evacuation orders. That's tens of thousands of people that will be trying to get out of the way of rising floodwaters here right through this weekend. And we certainly will need more help from volunteers into next week and beyond. George and Amy?
It is good to see the sun out there right now. And we're going to be joined now by one of the men you saw in that piece, Nick Sheridan, who had that big rig, drove more than 200 miles. Nick, thanks for joining us this morning. We just heard what? You've rescued more than 1,000 people. You're going to be going back out there today?
Yeah, the rescue's still going on. A lot of the immediate threats, people that are stuck in really bad areas have been gotten out, so we're just kind of more on a standby today, see what they need us to do. But we've been working in collaboration with police, fire, military, Coast Guard, and then our own civilian units too.
Nick, it's so remarkable what you're doing. What spurred you into action?
Well, I mean, my whole life I've held different roles. I served for a short while in the military. I was a fire explorer in New England when I was younger. My whole life I've kind of been in that civil service role, and but being on my own gave me the ability to just go where they needed me rather than be stationed to go direct traffic on a street corner or something like that. So I was really able to put my equipment to use here being a freelance rescuer.
Oh, it's so incredible what you've been doing, Nick, and we've been watching some of these rescues take place. Is there one that stands out to you?
Not just this whole weekend stands out. It's been something I hope I never experience again, just because it's hard to see. But just between me and the other 2 truck drivers I was working with all day on Sunday and Monday, we like people have said, over 1,000 people between the 3 of us. We worked together. We drove through the streets in teams so that if one of us got stuck, we had each other to keep moving, because you can't see where the gullies are. And one of the tractor trailers went into one and almost rolled over. So I used the front of my truck to pull him out of the gully, because you can't judge where the curves are. So it's tough.
Yeah. Nick, it's clear you're a humble guy, but what an example you are setting. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Yep.
Keep it up, Nick. Keep it up. And tonight we're going to have a special edition of 2020 City Underwater Catastrophe in Houston. That's at 10, 9 Central, right here on ABC. And all of you should know that tomorrow we're kicking off a very special day of giving to help victims of the storm with our parent company, Disney. It's going on all day on ABC Freeform, Radio Disney, as well as all our social platforms.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.